Man, these other guys are super annoying. It's like brand zombie skin, a little bit. Okay, heals. Am I gonna die? No. No, 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 not yet. You got heals in here? You know what? I gotta take out these guys, because then they drop heals.
Welcome back, Carl.
Damn. Kind of hung for a second. And this is XBone. I expect that on PC. My poor Ferrari Enzo.
What up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? This is your boy Scott right here on the base arena. Now guess what? I just stayed in the booth all night so that I could watch this beautiful winter sunrise. Look at that. Also, there is about 10 feet of snow piled up against the door, and I can't actually get out. Yo, anybody want to bring me down a shovel? Hello? Horizon? Horizon? Yo, help me out.
Late night stream, yes indeed, Frenchie. Yo, congratulations on first place to the stream, French in the building. I tend to catch Frenchie if I stream late. I see you, Frenchie. I know the drill. I know how to get you, baby. Cause I want you, and I need you. What? Oh, I didn't say that out loud. How you doing, homie? Welcome. Happy hump day to Frenchie. Grind don't stop until late at night. You right, Frenchie. You ain't wrong. You right, baby. Right now I have zero objective in mind, but this is still a lot of fun. I think that's sort of the nature of Forza Horizon. I ain't gonna fight it back, man. I'm not gonna fight back this urge to run over everything and get points for it. Money green in the building. Make sure you shift gears, Cutlass. You don't want to put too much strain on your engine now, Cutlass. Money in the house! Money in the house! All these cars on the road better acknowledge my presence because I am a narcissist. Or at least I play one on TV when I play racing games. Y'all better notice me, senpais. Hey, fun boy, better notice me, man. Yeah, trade paint. Let's trade paint. You like the license plate? The license plate is a nice touch. Says French Guava Crisp in the building. Whoa, Tokyo Drift! Ooh, baby. All right. That was a lot of fun. Got a lot off my chest in that run. Oh, don't lose those points. If I collide with something, I lose those points. That build up. The kudo points, if you will. Pioneered by Project Gotham Racing. Much love to that game. Loved that game, dude. The kudo system. This game has followed suit. Alright. I need to check my map and I need to continue the story mode.
I knew you'd absolutely smash my latest speed traps.
I'll smash you.
Oh man, this is so fun. Want to try some more?
Utopia. Alright, where was that story mode I was doing? I think the story mode is in gold color? Here we go. I was working on British Racing Green, I think. I thought I did at least one chapter. Maybe I'm forgetting. There's a stunt driver story. I have a feeling I won't care much for that story, though. I'd rather just race. I don't want to do all these, oh, go through under the bridge and then fly through the hoop and then race the helicopter. Nah, bros, make me race. I just want to race. But we'll see. We'll see if it becomes too gimmicky. The this whole stunt racer one. Which one is it again? Yeah, I have a feeling I won't care much for this one, but we'll see. But anyway, we're gonna go off to the British one because I know that's pure racing. And man, let me grant Frenchie
when it is safe to do so.
His first place first place Fez. And Money Green is second place Fez. Funny Fez. Yo, Bird, what's up, Bird? Welcome back to Qtopia. Happy home day to Bird. You got third place to the stream. You win 50 Fez. 50 Fez. Rum, 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 rum. That's right, baby. Money Green. We're gonna put the metal to the pedal. That's how it goes, the expression. At least from my part of the woods. Just kidding. I totally said it wrong. 75 Fez to Money Green. In Estonia. Fez. Hope I typed that right. Okay. Shift first. Oh, put it in reverse. Oh boy, do I love my grocery getter Ferrari Enzo. Best grocery getter ever, guys. Ever!
In 200 yards, turn right.
You're on that Kingdom Hearts 3. How you liking it so far, man? Looking for booty? Well, can you date in that game? Hot Disney characters.
In 400
Who's that Hercules girl? She looks alright. Oh! Ow, my Enzo. No. On that pirate life. It's fun. I'm 12 years old again. Nice, man. Whenever you can recapture that feeling of childhood, that childhood bliss, that heavenly childhood bliss, it's a blessing, man. I'm glad to hear that, homie. As an adult, it becomes harder and harder to get that, to recapture that, I feel. Yeah. So as you guys can see, it is winter season in this game. And I cannot control what season it is. It's pretty cool. The global game system controls all that stuff. So all players that log on to this game will be seeing the same season.
Yards, turn left.
Oh, hey, what's up, Horizon? So I guess you're all having fun up there, huh? New Horizon winter season, brand new events. Yes. Well, you know what? Scott Tyler can have fun in here, too. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I made a snowman with the ice from the Base Arena mini fridge, and yeah, it's really cool. But if any of you racers are anywhere near the booth, could you maybe bring me a towel?
Yo,
please?
chill, bro. Head-on collisions aren't fun. We're still 1 mile away from our destination. Shift gears. Awesome near miss. Ferrari shift gears.
You have arrived at your destination.
I gotta work on my J-turns, guys. I don't got my J-turns down pat.
Great to see you. We're shooting a documentary about car culture in the UK, and I need a second driver. You've made a name for yourself, and it would be great to have you aboard. It's simple.
Okay.
You drive, I tell the story. Let's do it.
Hey, seems simple enough. Let's do this. All right, now we're in our getting serious point of view. Cockpit mode, my favorite. I love playing this game in cockpit mode. Any racing game for that matter.
From Aston Martin to McLaren and Bentley, Great Britain is home to over a century of automotive excellence. I'm Rebecca Dawson. Welcome to British Racing Green, a documentary celebrating that history.
So cool. So I'm helping film a documentary.
The Aston Martin DB5 Vantage was the quintessential Grand Tourer of the 1960s, combining British engineering and Italian design.
So they hired me to do the cool driving while she narrates. Super cool. Going so fast we're going so fast for snow. This would be so scary in real life to be going 100 miles an hour in snow.
The Vantage featured side-draft carburetors and a refined camshaft profile,
Side-draft
capable
carbs.
of a blistering top speed of 162 miles an hour in 1964.
That's an amazing feat back then, 1964.
The Clean lines of Superleggera's bodywork, reclining seats, and wool carpets created a car that was luxurious as well as fast.
Oops. Okay, we saved it. We saved it. Hopefully we didn't lose too much time. Otherwise we'll have to redo this. We're gonna do it till we get it right. Oh no! Oh, that collision's gonna really hurt. We might have lost too much time. Hey, what's up, Blaine? I play with controller out of
form the basis for the DB
convenience
range.
and laziness.
Later cars improving on the design in many ways, but none would ever achieve the sheer iconic perfection of the Vantage.
I own a racing wheel,
Turn left.
but I'm just too lazy to use it all the time. Quite content using a pad, so it's cool.
For all of its beauty and
Materials, what's up, man?
perfection,
Welcome back.
Only 65
Happy hump
of
day
these
to Materials.
beautiful machines would ever be built. If you own one, you own a piece of British history.
All right, so that collision
That
with the
was
tree
spectacular.
didn't do me too
Take
well.
a breather and let's try again with less excitement.
Aw, come on, man. It'll be fun. That was just a dry run, baby. I won't do it again. I hope you're doing well, Mid. Thanks for being here.
From Aston Martin to McLaren and Bentley, Great Britain is home to over a century of automotive excellence. I'm Rebecca Dawson. Welcome to British Racing Green, a documentary celebrating that history.
So I'm a pretty huge fan of racing games, guys. I play this with
Aston
all the
Martin
assists
DB5
turned off.
Vantage was the quintessential Grand Tourer of the 1960s, combining British engineering and Italian design.
I absolutely love cars, man, Blaine. I don't know much about them. I don't have like a deep index of car knowledge, but I love them in general. Playing games like this helps keep me up to date on what is what, though. Because, you know, it's hard to afford all the Lamborghinis in real life.
And a
So
refined camshaft profile, capable of a blistering top speed of 162 miles an hour in 1964.
downshift. So I have all the assists off. I have the clutch turned on, automatic or manual transmission, all that.
Reclining seats and wool carpets created
pretty fun
a
this
car
way.
that was luxurious as well as fast.
Tokyo! Ooh, that felt nice. That felt fun.
This car would form the basis for the DB range, with later cars improving on the design in many ways, but none would ever achieve the sheer iconic perfection of the Vantage.
In 200 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Downshift to third.
For all of its beauty and engineering perfection, only 65 of these beautiful machines would ever be built. If you own one,
Oh,
you
snowplower,
own a
don't
piece
plow
of
me.
British history.
Hey, don't plow me, bro. Kappa Pride!
In 200 yards, you will arrive at your
Sorry, man.
destination.
Don't plow me, bro. Come on. We're all friends here, man.
DB5 would be
What's up, Blue
immortalized in
Shell?
half a
How's Blue
century
Shell,
of
dude?
cinema. The classic.
We got it,
Aston
guys.
Martin.
After some failure, we got it. We are helping with this documentary. We're filming a documentary. We're driving. That's the cool part of the job. While the
But in
gal is
2016,
narrating.
A new DB was unveiled. heralding the dawn of Aston Martin's second century. The DB11 is the first production turbocharged Aston Martin. But is it a worthy successor to that legacy?
We shall see soon enough. Let me get my hands on the wheel, baby. I'll tell you. I'm doing good, Blue Shell. Thanks for being here, man.
Yes.
Hope you're well.
It's bold, responsive, and agile. It's perhaps the best GT chassis in the world.
Oh wow, this handle's so nice.
Listen to it.
It just hums. Oh my god. I love this game. I gotta hit 100 miles per hour. Wow. Let's not be so hasty, baby. Fourth gear.
Able to hit 60 miles an hour in 3.5
Oh
seconds.
no!
The DB11's 5.2 litre V12 boasts a top speed of over
Alright, we got a
200
little
miles
bit
an
off
hour.
track there, guys. I'm assuming I don't have a remote chance. Yeah, exactly. I did not hit that right. So there's a huge little turn trap there. It's deceiving, really deceiving. Let me slow my roll a little bit so I'm ready for it. Does this game help you with learning to drive stick? I think it could help to an extent. To an extent. The whole when to shift,
the short answer,
knowing when it's
yes.
time to shift, like
it's
RPMs
bold,
wise.
responsive and agile. It's perhaps the best
And this
GT
game,
chassis in the
Forza
world.
is the only game that I know that implements clutch also. Usually when you turn on manual shifting in a racing video game, you only have the option to shift gears, but in Forza, you also have the control of pressing in the clutch. So right now, every time I shift, I'm holding down the clutch, which is the left bumper, or for you PlayStation players, it's known as the L1. Oh, there's that dangerous turn right there. L1.
Twin turbo V12 boasts a top speed of over 200 miles an hour.
Yeah, at least we didn't crash like crazy, but we might have gone a little too slow. We'll see. Oh no, that was that. Oh, dude. Let's try that again. I think I mistook the bad turn. Blaine says not at all. It's hard to say. I drive stick in real life, and I think to an extent it can help. Oh. In the air, in the air.
Great to see you. We're shooting a documentary about car culture in the UK, and I need a second driver. You've made a name for yourself, and it would be great to have you aboard. It's simple.
Oh, wait, how come I'm
you
starting
drive,
at the beginning?
I tell the story. Let's do it.
What happened? This is the beginning of the story. This is like chapter 1. Just do it again, see what happens. Did they put the Mazda Speed 6 in this game? I have no clue, man.
From Aston Martin to McLaren.
Holy ham! Thank you!
Great Britain is home to over a century of automotive excellence.
We got a baby, Holy ham! 9
Welcome,
months. Thank you so much for your support,
Racing
baby.
Green, a documentary
I appreciate you so much, Holy
celebrating
ham.
history.
Hope you're having a wonderful hump day! Yeah!
The Aston Martin DB5 Vantage was the quintessential Grand Tourer of the 1960s, combining British engineering and Italian design.
Italian design. We're shooting a documentary right now, Holy Ham, in game. No big deal. That hurt.
Featured side draft carburetors and a refined camshaft profile, capable of a blistering top speed of 162 miles an hour in 1964.
All right, we're still in this.
The clean lines of Superleggera's bodywork, reclining seats and wool carpets created a car that was luxurious as well as fast.
Ooh, we just clipped the side. Got a little bit of wreckage points. that felt nice. A little bit of engine brake there.
This car would form the basis for the DB range, with later cars improving on the design in many ways, but none would ever achieve the sheer iconic perfection of the Vantage.
In 200 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Oh crap, I misread that turn. Dink!
For all
Edit that footage out, baby girl.
Engineering perfection, only 65 of these beautiful machines would ever be built.
No!
If you own one, you own a piece of British history.
Get back up to speed! Come on!
In 200 yards, you will arrive at your destination.
The silver DB5
we barely got it, I
would be
think.
immortalized in half a century of cinema. The classic Aston Martin.
I just passed the Mazda Speed 3. Oh, I didn't even notice. I'm so zoned in on trying to stay on the track. Bane in the building. Blaine, sorry.
But in 2016, a new DB was unveiled, heralding the dawn of Aston Martin's second century. The DB11 is the first production turbocharged Aston Martin. But is it a worthy successor to that legacy?
Holy Ham, I think it'll be ready about 1 week after the filming. So whenever we finish this, just 1 week from there, I think we should be.
Yes.
It should be ready for
Bold,
retail.
Responsive and agile, is perhaps the best GT chassis in the world. Listen to it.
Berg with the hype horn. Oh crap! Alright, if we fail this, let's not back out of the menu again. Because I confused myself when I did that and started the whole story mode over.
Able to hit 60 miles an hour in 3.5 seconds, the DB11's
Dude, the snow was kind of blinding.
5.2-litre twin-turbo V12 boasts a top speed of over 200 miles an hour.
You were.
You're right.
I'm granny driving,
Let's
baby.
try another take.
Yeah, it's a lot of dashboard, huh? A lot of dashboard and hood and roof. Try that again. This one's gonna take me a minute, I think, guys. Ooh, the Northern Lights, baby. Let's go. They have DLC for this game. I kind of want it just because I need to have things all the time. That's my main justification.
The short answer is yes. It's bold, responsive, and agile. It's perhaps the best GT chassis in the world. And listen to it.
Does sound really nice.
Able to hit 60 miles an hour in 3.5 seconds.
That part is so dangerous right there.
5.2-litre 3.5-liter twin-turbo V12
Oh, no!
boasts a top speed of over 200 miles an hour. That was not bad.
Oh my God, I suck!
A little more majestic.
Mazda PS6S Blaine says, can you check out the Mazdas in this? Yeah, after the event, yeah, for sure, man. Oh, this has everything to do with Apex. You gotta learn how to hit the apex of a turn, flying Hawaiian. Yours truly, Cherry Boy. Welcome, flying. Happy Hump Day, flying. Happy Hump Day, holy. All right, I think we got about 20 more tries, and then we'll get it, and then we'll check out the Mazdas for Blaine.
Is yes. It's bold, responsive, and agile. With perhaps the best GT chassis in the world. And listen to it. Able to hit 60 miles an hour in 3.5 seconds.
Dude, that is so deceiving to me. Tricks my eyes.
Turbo V12 boasts a top speed of over 200 miles an hour. The DB11 is not the fastest car in the world, but then it's not trying to be. It's sophisticated, effortless luxury. It's an Aston Martin.
Okay. Downshift to third.
The DB11's front strakes channel air to create a virtual spoiler, providing downforce without compromising the car's clean lines. Brilliant.
Wow. Virtual spoiler. No spoilers. Third gear.
Most importantly, I think, the
Too slow,
DB11
too slow, too slow.
proves that Aston Martin is ready for another century
Oh,
of
we kidding me?
beautiful cars. And I can't wait.
We just dunked an Aston Martin into the lake a little bit. Or a river. Something like that. Come on, let's do it! Come on!
Beautiful
Oh,
as they are,
yay.
Aston Martins are only one of many cars.
Hump
made in the United
day.
Kingdom. Let's see what else is out there.
2 stars, all right. I'll take it. Better than 1 star. When's Apex? I don't know, flying. What day works for you, baby? I don't think that much ahead, you know me. But I'm more than down to play, homie. You already know that. Tomorrow? Okay. Tomorrow it is, baby boy. You gotta remind me though, I'll forget, and don't take it out offensively, because I don't discriminate when it comes to my memory. Solo, next chapter. Yeah, sounds good, dude. I appreciate it.
This is shaping up nicely.
I gotta make sure I download it
Time for a
tonight
change of pace,
on the
though.
PlayStation.
At least at first. The next segment is about Land Rover, and we'll be starting out with the Type 3.
I love listening to classical music when I drive, man. There's something magical about it, like for real.
Land Rover the British sports utility vehicle. But before that, they were actual utility vehicles. Solid, tough trucks, unstoppable over almost any terrain.
In 400 yards.
The gearing is odd on this.
The Land Rover Type 3 marks the point where that shift begins. And we'll be looking at what that meant.
Turn left.
It turns better than I was expecting. Wow.
Land Rovers have taken on almost every task imaginable. They've been generators, tractors, and ambulances. They've brought peace and carried medicines to disaster zones. They've even been buses.
Wow.
Over 500,000 Series 3s were built.
Series
and over
3s.
70% of those are still on the road today. They were extensively exported and built under license abroad. Belgium, South Africa, even Australia and New Zealand. With a robust chassis and signature Land Rover engineering, the Type 3 also marked the first time that buyers could choose interior options, like seat box protectors and cubby boxes. That trend continued.
This
and by
is chill cruise right
1982,
here.
Land Rover were offering the county spec Type 3. Leisure drivers could choose from such luxuries as all-cloth seats, soundproofing, and tinted glass. The trend was increasingly clear, and the future of the Land Rover was starting to take shape. If you squinted, you could already see the shape of the first sports utility vehicle, the Range Rover.
Oh man, Range Rovers, I love Range Rovers, they're so dope. Well, I'm going the wrong way!
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I read that completely wrong, guys.
In 100 yards, turn sharp left.
While the stock Type 3 would never be particularly fast uphill, there is almost no hill that it couldn't climb. Or down, for that matter, if you've put a proper winch on it. In 1978, a Series 3 was custom built for Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. It only had 1,892 miles on the clock when it was auctioned into private hands. And it was in perfect condition. It would be. After all, she trained as a mechanic in the 1940s and will likely remain the only royal able to strip and rebuild an engine.
Wow, I couldn't even see that turn, dude. No!
In 100 yards,
No!
turn right.
Okay, there's a fence I need to hug for future reference. Jesus.
200 yards, you will arrive at your destination.
Wow, do I still have a chance to clear this? You gotta be kidding me. I thought that'd be game over. I missed turn
Along with
twice.
the Range Rover, others would follow. Discovery, Defender, and the Freelander.
Oh, you gotta
Each
remind
a
me,
more
Blaine.
sophisticated and
Okay.
enjoyable utility vehicle. But none of them were a replacement for the Type 3. They were a different kind of car.
Alright, I gotta go for Blaine before he tases me.
The Type 3 was arguably the first sports utility vehicle, an evolution of the design that would lead ultimately to this. The
Oh
Bowler
wait,
Nemesis,
I'm afraid to back
an
out, man, because
off-road
last time I
racing
backed
vehicle
out,
that
it
turned
started
into a
all over
production
again.
SUV, the Nemesis EXR. It sports a turbocharged 5-litre Land Rover.
Let's see. Marketplace? You have to back out more. Alright, cool. Thanks, Blaine.
Jaguar engine, crammed into a carbon fiber chassis with integral roll cage. It even has the grille, headlights, and rear lights from a Range Rover.
Let's go. Boom. Feel like I'm a bowling ball. It's like a big old playground. Can I hit these? Oh man, that sucks. Sometimes it's a bit unclear to me what is destructible and what isn't in this game.
We'll reset and take that section again.
I suck at these things, man. I don't know what they want me to do to get
It
enough
sports a turbocharged 5-litre Land Rover Jaguar engine,
Enough
crammed
skill
into a
points.
carbon fiber chassis with integral roll cage. It even has the grille, headlights, and
Maybe I gotta go
rear
for a big
lights
old
from a
jump.
Range Rover.
Hitting fences definitely gives you points. Not true. And the reason why I'm doing this is the last skill event I did, that was the only way I was able to pass it was by hitting fences. I kept trying to do drifts and jumps and it wasn't enough. Perhaps I gotta do the drifts better or something. There, I'm getting air. E-drift and air combo, burnout. So I kept trying to do a lot of this, but it wasn't enough. I was getting actually able to get more points by doing like a tallied wreckage by hitting all the fences, small trees and bushes like this. Oh, there, I beat it this time. Probably the air and the drifting helped along with the great air, wreckage, crash landing, drift. Oh, gotta commit 10,000 points. Oh, don't hit it. No! I had so many points tallied. It's a pretty nice car. Wow, we crushed it this time.
This is an all-terrain
Yay.
supercar. That's the only fair description for this. But that's what you get when you build an SUV with Land Rover DNA.
We doubled the requirement and we only got 1 star. Wow. And they set the bar high on that one. Yeah, we got a holy. $10K credits. Yeah. let's just go all the way through this story. We're like on chapter 4 of maybe 10. Or maybe that's this juncture we can look at things. Let me see. Change car. We can look at some of them this way, I believe, in the change car options. Mazda. So this is not showing what are all available. This is showing what I own right now. So I own a Mazda MX-5 2016, and I also own a 2005 Mazda Speed MX-5. We can explore further outside of the story once we finish it. But for now, let's go back to the story by going here. Hey Zykonator, welcome back to Qtopia. Happy home day to Zykonator. How you doing, man? Glad to see you.
Hope you're enjoying yourself. I know I am. It's great to be able to just focus on telling the story while someone else handles the driving for once. Let's get to the next one. This time, it's Lotus.
Hiyo, Zyko. Well, this is a little... This little car zips around. Holy crap. Wow.
Lotus Engineering Limited began as many
Blaine, thank you for the
British
follow, Blaine. I
engineering
appreciate it, man.
in an
Welcome,
old
welcome.
barn. The first Lotus cars were offered as kits. You built them yourself. From 1962,
Car
they
kit,
began to actually build the cars themselves.
Little
The
engine
Land
brake on
Sprint
third
showed
gear.
exactly what they intended to do.
Well, it's got really good handling.
Built around a steel backbone,
Underestimated the
fiberglass
handling.
chassis, the Sprint weighed in at a meager 687 kilos parked on the curb. On the road, this translated into brilliant agility and fantastic
Wow, this feels incredible.
performance.
It handles so well, dude.
Designer Colin Chapman famously said, "Adding power makes you faster on the straights. Subtracting weight makes you faster everywhere." He knew what he was talking about.
Turn right.
Pioneer, baby. A pioneer.
100 yards. Turn left.
Widely hailed as one of the greatest sports cars of the 1960s, the Elan would be closely studied and emulated, inspiring such
Your other left,
masterpieces
Cuddy.
as the Mazda MX-5.
In 100 yards.
My bad,
turn
guys.
right.
Gotta get my windshield repaired now. Hopefully insurance covers that. Your other left, Cuddy, right, Med? Mysterious in the building.
The Elan has all the energy, style, and enthusiasm.
This is like the best
you'd
handling
expect.
car I've
Bold,
played
quick,
so
and
far,
fun.
man.
So much so that they put it in the name.
That car was a lot of fun, dude. I'm gonna look into that car more on my own, outside of story mode. Yeah, we're going down a trip down history
The Elan
lane,
Sprint
Zykonator.
was a financial as well as an engineering success for Lotus, validating their approach to design and resulting in a whole family of light, agile roadsters. Which brings us to this, the Lotus Exige. It's heavier than the Elan, admittedly, but it's faster. Much, much faster.
Oh, that is sexy.
Touch the pedal, the Exige responds with instant, relentless acceleration. As you'd expect.
I love cars, guys.
With a 0 to 60 time of 3.8 seconds and a top speed of 170 before upgrades and tuning, the Exige is uncompromising.
Wow, this thing is magical. This song is so dope right here.
And there's no power steering, so you can really feel the road. A genuinely thrilling drive, and one that isn't afraid to demand you take it seriously.
I love
In 400 yards.
her choice of words are great, man.
Turn left. Turn left.
In one word,
No!
Lotus is about experience. Uncompromising, challenging. This is a car that demands you drive it well. And when you do, you'll
Copy
see
that.
what the fuss is all about.
What the fuss is all about. I like that. Oh, that was a good turn, baby. That felt immaculate, man.
And the rumored launches of 2 new cars.
That was fun. Holy crap.
Lotus looks set
That
to
was
push
fun.
the benchmark of the experienced sports car well into the next century.
We're getting into the more modern cars now, it looks like, Zykonator. This one definitely looks like it was made yesterday. Push. I like this song. All right, next chapter we go. How far along are we now? I want to guess we're about halfway through the story. This current story, and there's multiple stories.
Done much rallying? That's a joke. We've all seen what you've been up to. We're doing the next bit on location. You'll see why when you get there.
Oh, I gotta drive to the location. And my favorite car of all time, Ferrari Enzo. I get to drive to location with it. It took me a while to build up the credits I needed to be able to afford this car. Oh yeah! Wreckage. Landscaping. .4 miles till destination. Yeehaw! Let's go. There's definitely cockpit mode. I just wanted to admire my butt real quick. my sexy Enzo butt. But this is my favorite way of driving, actually, cockpit mode. Yo, Kirby, thank you so much for the raid, man.
Ford, that most American of cars. But the Ford Escort, oh, that's British.
Supreme like a butler.
And more
Oh,
than
thank
that,
you, Kirby.
The Escort would become for many synonymous with Group B. In the 70s, Ford had embraced that destiny so firmly that they'd begun their own championships to find new drivers. Drivers for cars like the RS 1800.
Alright guys, everyone from Kirby Stream, welcome to Qtopia. Hope you enjoy your stay here. Should you decide to stay, we are shooting a documentary, so I am charged with driving all these cool cars while the lady narrates. You know, no big deal. Just another day at work. Yeah, welcome guys, and thank you again, Kirby. Please give my homie a follow, Kirby Pop, and you will not be disappointed.
Homologation rules required
One of my
that
favorite
all
people.
cars entered into the group be production. So Ford built 200 of them.
Oh, we are in rally racing mode. I gotta pick it up. I gotta up my toughness level. I gotta drive it harder.
The RS 1800
There we
raced
go.
to victory after
More.
victory
More.
across the rallying world on
More
almost
intensity.
every continent and
More
across
intensity.
every terrain type imaginable. This car was basically unbeatable.
Dude, this car is just barfing horsepower. Holy crap. Trying to keep it in a straight line.
The RS 1800 brought home
Look at all the lights.
17 World Rally Championship victories for Ford.
Ford RS Icon, is that your baby right there? What's up, Shining Rar? Welcome. The Excalibur of Kirby's stream.
So, of course, Ford set out to design a better one. The
How was
RS
God of War,
200
Kirby?
Evolution was their answer. A purpose-built
Bored.
rally car designed to do one thing: win Group B.
RS
With a
200?
1.8 turbocharged Ford Cosworth BDT engine and all-wheel drive.
Oh, it is dumping
the
hard
RS
outside. Wow, look at
200
this.
is perhaps the
Buttless.
best suspension platform of any car of its era.
Well, that was a crazy turn, dude.
The chassis was
Oh, no.
fiberglass
No.
from Reliant, and the massive Ford parts bin was raided to give the car that iconic look.
Dude, this is like the most extreme weather conditions. This is crazy.
But while the car had potential, turbo lag at low RPM and a poor
Turbo lag.
power-to-weight ratio meant that it never placed better than third.
Well done, Capcom. Could have been
The end
better.
of Group B in the mid-80s meant the end of the RS 200 as a rallying car.
No!
I know you
Oh,
want more
that
time in
tree
car, but
ruined
we
my
really do need to get
dreams.
this shot today.
Shining Rar says from Twitch chat planet Earth Quadrant A says, how is Horizon 4? I was never super into racing games, but this one looked really cool. I feel that for Horizon 4, the Horizon franchise does a really good job of taking in non-racing demographic because it's got more of this party vibe feel and more of a story feel to it than other races where it's just downright to the racing business. This one's more educational and casual. Has a little bit more arcadey feel than the standard Forza Motorsport franchise. So if you weren't really into racing games, definitely this game can change your or get you into them at least. Versus like Forza Motorsport, where that is pure on like hardcore simulator. Motorsport's like my favorite though, because I'm a racing fan.
But while the car had potential, turbo lag at low RPM and a poor power-to-weight ratio meant that it never placed better than third.
And the physics, man, the physics of the Forza. Oh, I need to stop trying to be cute and weaving through this part. That's just a bad idea. Clutch cutlass.
Take a breather and let's try again with less excitement.
All right, there's a big right turn I got, big right turn.
Turbocharged Ford Cosworth BDT engine and all-wheel drive. The RS 200 had perhaps the best suspension platform of any car of its era.
Well, that's a hairpin, baby.
The chassis was fiberglass from Reliant, and the massive Ford parts bin was raided to give the car that iconic look. But while the car had potential, turbo lag at low RPM and a poor power-to-weight ratio meant that it never placed better than third.
All right, don't go between the two trees. We're trying to be cute cut.
Fortunately,
Bam, we got it,
over
guys.
200
Yay.
as part of the homologation requirements for Group B, so you can still find them
Homologation?
if you're lucky.
I've never heard. What are these words? Right, Kirby? Homologation? Did I hear that right? Never heard that word. Kirby Poppins from Twitch chat, Planet Earth Quadrant A says, I'm gonna go make a 9:37 p.m. burrito. So specific, I love it. I definitely have that on my clock too, so perfect, Curbs. Enjoy, man. See you in a bit. Thanks again for the raid. All right, we are chugging along. We're chugging along, cruising along. Got food on my mind, chugging along. Or shots, you know, whatever.
You know, I really like this car. Not that I'd want to drive it for too long. Squeeze yourself in there and let's see just how fast you can make it go.
What the heck is
Which
this?
won't be too fast. But hey, I could be surprised.
Watch it just rip like crazy.
The Peel P50 has the dubious honor of being the smallest production car in the world. A one-door
It is, right, Shining?
coupe, featuring a
42cc
air-cooled engine capable of a heinous
Thank you so much for that
38 miles an
artwork,
hour.
Badman. That's amazing, dude. I'll
handle,
definitely be
so you
incorporating
can
that
pick it
into
up
the
and
channel.
carry it with you when
You wait
you
and
get
see.
to
Oh my
work.
god, this is so slow!
And keep in mind that this is the production version.
Look at the RPM
The
barely
prototype
trying to get
had
up.
the single wheel at the front. Why would you think that was a good idea?
Why did someone think that was a good idea? To put an engine in a wheelbarrow, right, Badman? Chatlin? Oh, my goodness. Come on, you can do it!
In 2010, though, production restarted at Sutton in Ashfield. So, if you'd like to own the modern incarnation
God.
of this, I suppose you can.
I think that was my first 3-star accomplishment in a little bumblebee of a car. It is adorable, dang. Oh, classical music and driving. I don't know what it is, but it's just perfect. Excalibur Cutlass! Yo, ZG. Hey, man, how have you been? Welcome back, ZG. Happy hump day to ZG. We are playing one of my favorite genres. My favorite genres, guys, are racing, fighting, and RPGs, I would say. And we're playing racing, one of my faves. It definitely does Shining Roar. And then, hey, let's put an engine on it. Call it good. Alright, what's the next chapter?
Hey there! How about a car with some actual legroom and some actual speed?
For sure,
This
ZG.
section's about what happened when McLaren decided to make a road car.
Oh my god,
You're
I
going
love
to enjoy
McLaren.
this.
I love McLarens. Look at this thing, guys.
The track and the road have very different requirements. For McLaren,
Oh, that sounds
was
so
a challenge
sexy. Oh
they
my
were
God.
more than willing to embrace.
Listen to that
In
engine.
1988, they set out to create the finest sports car the world has ever seen.
170
By
miles,
1993,
180.
they had achieved their goal, and the honestly fantastic F1 was the result.
Dear Lord, what's
106
going
would
on?
be built across all variants, and it remains one of the very best road cars ever
My heart just
made.
went in my throat right there.
The F1 has
Jesus.
no turbocharger.
This thing is a
That would
monster.
have compromised the driving experience, increased complexity, and resulted in turbo lag. The F1 is a naturally aspirated supercar, one of the fastest in the world, in fact.
I love naturally
Everything
aspirated.
about this car is innovative. From the carbon
Innovative.
fiber monocoque to the central driver position. McLaren threw the book away when they designed the F1. Then they wrote a better one.
Oh, I cut
The
that turn
F1's
too early.
monocoque
Whoops.
chassis is incredibly lightweight, only 100 kilos, which posed a significant
man.
challenge.
Poor
because
McLaren.
Carbon fiber and fiberglass aren't great insulators. So, McLaren lined the entire engine compartment with gold.
Gold engine compartment? What?
In 1998,
You gotta
the
be kidding
F1
me.
prototype
I did not
set
know
the
anything
world
like that
record
existed.
For fastest production car, a record that would stand for 2 decades until the Koenigsegg CCR claimed the crown. McLaren's
I'm surprised
racing
oh my god, I
is so deeply
crap.
ingrained in
I'm
this
sorry,
machine
guys.
that when they took it to Le Mans in
so sorry.
1995 and faced off against
It's a
purpose-built
McLaren,
racing machines,
ZG.
they won.
That was such a short and sweet little joyride. I want to go back to that car for sure.
With something like the F1 to live up to, where do you go next? Well, you throw the book away again and write an even better one. The result is the McLaren P1, a hybrid electric
This is one of my
sports
favorite
car
cars ever.
that stands head and shoulders above the F1.
Look at that, guys.
The P1 GTR will hit 60 miles an hour in 2.4 seconds.
What?
That's 0.7 seconds faster than the F1. That's an eternity for a supercar.
It gets up to speed so fast, I'm redlining it because I'm not ready for it.
The car's blistering performance is delivered by a twin-turbo V8, supplemented by a McLaren ECU electric motor and instant power assist system. And they do mean instant.
This thing is just angry, dude. I keep redlining it so fast. I'm not ready for it to hit its power band so quick.
Remember those problems with turbo lag? McLaren solved that with the hybrid drive. While the turbos build pressure, the electric motor drives the wheels. No turbo lag, just torque. And because it's a hybrid, it has an all-electric range.
Beautiful
Running
car,
on
man.
batteries alone, that's 6.2 miles.
So the
more
battery
if you're going
engine
downhill.
compensates for the turbo lag. The battery engine like kind of kicks in during those power band dips on the peak and valley power meter. That's where the battery kicks in and smooths it over, that whole power band. That's insane, dude. 10K window replacement, I know, man. Cost more than my car. It shifts so fast, man. It gets to redline so quick, ZG. I'm never ready. I was redlining like every gear, even in the upper gears. Oh, I agree, ZG. Forza 4 is like leaps and bounds better, and I played them both. I've got a lot of hours on Gran Turismo, and it doesn't compare, like physics-wise, especially. It just doesn't feel as thrilling. This game has does a great job of making it feel like you're really gripping the asphalt with your tires. That's not quite replicated in Turismo. Turismo feels a little bit more ice rink. Where this game, I really feel like it gives you that impression that your tires are biting down
Did Alex ever
at the
tell
right
you the story of what we got
times.
up to in Colorado? There was this sleeper car competition, you see. Let's just say no one was ready for the Sunbeam.
Oh yeah, it feels like a definite love letter to racing games and cars in general, ZG.
Lotus
This
never
game.
quite let go of the upgrade game. So in addition to building their own supercars, they upgraded cars from other marques too.
Well, this car is
The
light
Lotus
and
Carlton
zippy.
was one such aftermarket upgrade. Lotus took a respectable four-door Vauxhall saloon and turned it into a supercar.
6 gears max.
From the outside, there are a few signs that this is something special. Wider wheel arches, that sort of thing. But under the bonnet, that's where the magic starts.
Turn right.
Okay, we back. After a brief intermission.
Engine capacity was increased to 3.6 litres. And twin Garrett T25
Oh my God, that was so close.
turbochargers were added.
Them reactions,
The
them
engine block
FGC
was
reactions,
reinforced,
baby.
And new crankshafts were forged by Opel and machined in Germany.
Off-road fury. Oh, here's a roundabout. Oh no, don't plow. Don't plow me, bro.
Exit.
Kappa
The
Pride.
tyres were widened, and the tyre compound from the Lotus Esprit was used. To handle camber change issues, they put in the self-leveling suspension from the Opel Senator.
Roundabout's gonna make me dizzy, dude. Oh crap. Okay. Dang, this car's got a lot of get up and go. Little lightweight zippiness feel to
The
it.
only upgrade they didn't put in was an
Understandable.
electronic
Let's rugby
speed
try.
limiter. All of this resulted in
Kappa
the
Prime.
Lotus Carlton,
Don't plow me, bro.
designated Type 104 by Lotus.
Snow plower.
A 177 miles per
Oh,
hour
man.
supercar, masquerading as a
Alright, let's try that
four-door
again, guys.
saloon.
Let's try to slow
You're
it down
right.
a little bit,
Take
Cuddy.
a moment, then let's do that bit again. Lotus never quite let go of the upgrade game. So in addition to building their own supercars, they upgraded cars from other marques too. The Lotus Carlton was one such aftermarket upgrade. Lotus took a respectable four-door Vauxhall saloon and turned it into a supercar. From the outside, there are a few signs that this is something special. Wider wheel arches, that sort of thing. But under the bonnet, that's
We
where the
fine.
magic
We're good.
starts.
Shift gears, Cutlass.
Engine capacity was increased to 3.6 litres, and twin Garrett T25 turbochargers were added. The engine block was reinforced, and new crankshafts were forged by Opel and machined in Germany.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
The tyres were widened, and the tyre compound from the Lotus Esprit was used. To handle camber change issues, they put in the self-leveling suspension from the Opel Senator.
That roundabout part is nuts.
The only upgrade they didn't put in was an electronic speed limiter. All of this resulted in the Lotus
Oh, come
designated
on!
Type 104
Alright, I went
by
very
Lotus.
slow during the roundabout.
A 177
Fair
miles
enough.
per hour
Fair enough.
supercar, masquerading as a four-door saloon.
Taking
You're
shortcuts,
right,
Zero
not
Max.
to worry,
Typical
reset,
Cuddy.
let's try another take.
Typical Cuddy. I almost died. We back though, right, Batman? I have a feeling this one's gonna take me a while, guys.
Lotus never quite let go
That
of the
roundabout part
upgrade
is
game.
pretty crazy. Let's
So
try
in
it again.
addition to building their own supercars, they upgraded cars from other marques too. The Lotus Carlton
What's up, Zero
was
Max?
one such aftermarket upgrade.
My
Lotus took a
VIP.
respectable four-door Vauxhall saloon and turned it into a supercar. From the outside, there are a few signs that this is something special. Wider wheel arches, that sort of thing.
Better.
But under the bonnet, that's where the magic starts. Engine capacity was increased to 3.6 litres.
Sixth gear.
And twin Garrett T25
Don't plow me, bro.
turbochargers were added. The engine block was reinforced, and new crankshafts were forged by Opel and machined in Germany.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
The tires
hard to see
were
this turn
widened,
right here.
And the tire compound from the Lotus Esprit was used. To handle camber change issues, they put in the self-leveling suspension from the Opel Senator.
We're fine, we're fine. Everything's fine. Nobody panic, man. I'm not panicked. I'm not panicked. What are you talking about?
The only upgrade they didn't put in was an electronic speed limiter. All of this resulted in the Lotus Carlton, designated
wrecked.
Type 104.
No, come
by
on, dude. I thought I did so well there.
7 miles per hour supercar, masquerading as a four-door saloon. That was not bad, but could we make it a little more
I thought I
majestic?
had that. Wow, I'm humbled. Be humble. Sit down, Cuddy. Thank you for your faith, ZG, man. I appreciate that, bro. We got this, guys. Thanks,
Lotus
ZG.
never quite let go of the upgrade
I
game.
nose I can enter. I
So
felt
in
like I was
addition
gonna
to
get it,
building
man.
their own supercars, they upgraded cars from other marques too. The Lotus Carlton was one such aftermarket upgrade. Lotus took a respectable four-door Vauxhall saloon
Sixth gear.
and turned it into a supercar.
Let's try to exploit the straights a little
From
bit
the
more.
outside, there are a few signs that this is something special. Wider wheel arches, that sort of thing. But under the bonnet,
Let's try that again. I was getting too
that's
hungry
where the
there.
magic starts.
Flew right off the track. Anyways, continue to have a good time with the game. Head into bed. Hey, thank you for swinging by, ZG. It's been a minute, man. Good to see you. Have a great night.
Lotus never quite let go of the upgrade game. So in addition to building their own supercars, they upgraded cars from other marques too. The Lotus Carlton was one such aftermarket upgrade. Lotus took a respectable four-door Vauxhall saloon and turned it into a supercar. From the outside, there are a few signs that this is something special. Wider wheel arches, that sort of thing. But under the bonnet, that's where the magic starts.
Under the bonnet? What is a bonnet? I don't know if that
Engine
word means.
capacity was increased to 3.6 litres, and twin Garrett T25 turbochargers were added. The engine block was reinforced, and new crankshafts were forged by Opel and machined in Germany.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
The tyres were widened, and the tyre compound from the Lotus Esprit was used. To handle camber change issues, they put in the self-leveling suspension from the Opel Senator.
All right, I'm getting wrecked.
The
These
only
turns.
upgrade they didn't put in was an electronic speed limiter. All of this resulted in the Lotus Carlton, designated Type 104 by Lotus. A
Ooh, baby.
177
All right.
miles per
Time
hour
to start memorizing the
supercar,
track. That'll help me.
masquerading as a four-door saloon. We'll reset and take that section again.
Vauxhall Opel. Ooh, some history.
Lotus never quite let go of the upgrade game. So in addition to building their own supercars, they upgraded cars from other marques too. The Lotus Carlton was one such aftermarket upgrade. Lotus took a respectable four-door Vauxhall saloon and turned it into a supercar. From the outside, there are a few signs that this is something special. Wider wheel arches, that sort of thing.
That was good.
But under the bonnet, that's where the magic starts. Engine capacity was increased to 3.6 litres, and twin Garrett T25 turbochargers were added. The engine block was reinforced, and new crankshafts were forged by Opel and machined in Germany.
That hurt.
At the roundabout,
I think my neck's
take
gonna
the
be a little
third
sore
exit.
after that.
The tyres were widened, and the tyre compound from the Lotus Esprit was used. To handle camber change issues, they put in the self-leveling suspension from the Opel Senator. The only upgrade they
Move!
was an electronic
Damn
speed
it!
limiter.
I'm all getting mad
All
at
of
these
this
guys.
resulted in the
I'm the
Lotus
maniac.
Carlton, designated Type 104 by Lotus. A 177 miles per hour supercar, masquerading as a four-door saloon.
Wait,
I know you want more time in that car, but we really do
passed
need
it?
to get this shot today.
okay, cool. Yay! We did it, guys. Only remembering it from jerseys of a soccer team. Not sure it was Bayer or Manu. Interesting. Haven't heard of the Opel in a while. I've barely heard that name ever in my life, man. Yeah, this game is really educational for me. That last time I did that race, some of those turns felt nice.
I quite like sleeper cars. Did Alex ever tell you the story of what we
Sleeper.
got up to in Colorado? There was this sleeper car competition, you see. Let's just say no one was ready for the sunbeam.
I like sleepers, man.
Lotus never quite let go of the upgrade game. So in addition to building their own supercars, they upgraded cars from other marques
Oh, wait.
too. The Lotus Carlton was one such aftermarket upgrade. Lotus took a respectable
I don't know what happened
four-door
there. Did I not
Vauxhall
pass
saloon
this?
and turned it into a supercar.
I wasn't paying attention. I was assuming it passed because the loading screen looked different.
From the outside, there are a few signs that this is something special. Wider wheel arches, that sort of thing. But under the bonnet, that's where the magic starts. Engine capacity was increased to 3.6 litres, and twin Garrett T25 turbochargers were added. The engine block was reinforced, and new crankshafts were forged by Opel and machined in Germany.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
The tyres were widened.
Dang, I
and the
keep
tyre
missing that turn.
compound from the
I never
Lotus
get that
Esprit
left turn
was
right
used.
at the roundabout.
To handle camber change issues, they put in the self-leveling suspension from the Opel Senator. The only upgrade they didn't put in was an electronic speed limiter. All of this resulted in the Lotus Carlton, designated Type 104 by Lotus.
Whoa, they're making it hard now, dude. All right, I see you guys.
Supercar, masquerading as a four-door saloon. That was spectacular. Take a breather and let's try again with less excitement.
Oh, okay, and that's loading.
Lotus never quite let go of the upgrade game. So in addition to
Yeah, that
building
traffic
their
part, I
own
need to figure out a
supercars,
better
they
route.
upgraded cars from other marks too.
Because when I get in the wide part of that
Lotus
turn on the
Carlton
left, when I'm taking
was
that
one
left,
such
the
aftermarket
outer car is
upgrade.
always slowing me
Lotus
down, like
took a
head-on collision risk.
respectable four-door Vauxhall saloon and turned it into a
You're right, Mad.
supercar. From the outside, there are a few signs that this is something special. Wider wheel arches, that sort of thing.
I screwed
But
that up.
under the bonnet, that's where the magic starts.
Trying new things now.
Engine capacity was increased to 3.6 litres, and twin Garrett T25 turbochargers were added. The engine block was reinforced, and new crankshafts were forged by Opel and machined in Germany.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
The tyres were widened, and the tyre compound from the Lotus
A little
Esprit
bit better
was
there.
used. To handle
much,
camber change
but a little
issues,
bit.
they put in the self-leveling suspension from the Opel Senator.
Oh, I need to break that fence, I think, to take a sharper corner there.
The only upgrade they didn't put in was an electronic speed limiter. All of this resulted in the Lotus Carlton.
All right, so I did really bad in the
Designated
beginning there,
Type
but a little bit better on
104 by
other
Lotus.
parts.
A
We'll just continue to
177
polish
miles per
this
hour
run.
supercar, masquerading as a four-door saloon.
Oh, wait, we're not at polishing.
right.
Wait,
Take a
we've got to
moment,
sand
then
it down
let's do that bit
first. Very rough, very rough.
Lotus never quite let go of the upgrade game. So in addition to building their
Trying
own
to get faster off the start
supercars,
now, too.
they upgraded cars from other marks too. The Lotus Carlton was one such aftermarket upgrade. Lotus took a respectable four-door Vauxhall saloon
Hello, Forza.
and turned
How are
it
you?
into a supercar.
Welcome,
From the
welcome.
outside, there are a few signs that this is something special. Wider wheel arches, that sort of thing. But under the bonnet, that's where the magic starts. Engine capacity was increased to 3.6 litres, and twin Garrett T25 turbochargers were added. The engine block was reinforced, and new crankshafts were forged by Opel and machined in Germany.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
The tyres were widened, and the tyre compound from the Lotus Esprit was used. To handle camber change issues, they put in the self-leveling suspension from the Opel Senator. The only upgrade they didn't put in
Better.
was an electronic speed limiter. All of this resulted in the Lotus Carlton, designated Type 104 by Lotus. A 100.
Oh, we got closer there, guys. We got closer.
Masquerading as a four-door saloon.
Don't take the roundabout?
You're right. Not to
Don't
worry.
take all of the
Reset. Let's
roundabout.
try another
Really?
take.
Oh, yeah, we should... Should we chop the roundabout? Oh, crap. I wasn't thinking about that. I gotta have a more cunning attitude, baby. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Forza. That was our best one yet, though,
Lotus
that last
never
one.
quite let go of the upgrade
Oops.
game. So in addition to building their own supercars,
Bad
they
start.
upgraded cars from other marques too. The Lotus Carlton was one such aftermarket upgrade. Lotus took a respectable four-door Vauxhall saloon and turned it into a supercar. From the outside, there are a few signs that this is something special. Wider wheel arches, that sort of thing. But under the bonnet, that's where the magic starts. Engine capacity was increased to 3.6
Crap.
litres, and twin Garrett T25 turbochargers were added. The engine block was reinforced, and new crankshafts were forged by Opel and machined in Germany.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
The tyres were widened, and the tyre compound from the Lotus Esprit was used. To handle camber change issues, they put in the self-leveling suspension from the Opel Senator. The only upgrade they didn't put in was an electronic speed limiter. All of this resulted in the Lotus Carlton, designated Type 104 by Lotus. A 177 miles per hour.
Oh, we killed it that time!
Masquerading
Thank
as a
you,
four-door
Forza!
saloon. Only 950 of these custom
Oh, man,
gems were
Forza
built, and
Medi.
they've become something of a modern classic.
I had time to spare that time, like 8 seconds, 7 seconds left. That roundabout takes a lot of time if I ride it out completely.
The Lotus Carlton was an example
I know,
of
man.
how
Just like
to
my
turn a
Ryu, Medi.
saloon into a supercar. But that's not the only thing Lotus got up
Thank
to.
you guys for the
In
help.
1979, Chrysler approached Lotus to create a strict rally version of their Sunbeam three-door hatchback. Lotus, as you might imagine, rather enjoyed the challenge.
Ooh, little car.
They took the rear-wheel drive hatchback and changed everything that mattered.
Oh,
They
man.
stiffened the suspension, improved the anti-roll bars, and widened the transmission tunnel.
Speeding and Rock Him, that's a really fun combination. Let's go.
Performance was increased by fitting a 2.2-litre version of the Lotus 911 Slant.
Oh, man, this is an angry
four-cylinder
car.
engine, resulting in an impressive 250 brake horsepower, up from a meager 105 on the original.
Trace is a scar they keep. It's when I speak. The freedom is the technique. I made my debut in '86 with a melody in the president's mix, and I will stay on target and refuse to miss. And I still make hits with beats for parties, clubs, and cars and jeeps. Underground sound vibrates the streets.
Freaking hairpin after hairpin, dude.
Keeps when they sweat the technique.
The Lotus Sunbeam was revealed to the public in 1979 in Geneva to widespread praise in the motoring media.
Know how many rhymes have I written with rap, but researchers never found all the pieces yet. Scientists try to solve the context, philosophers are wondering what's next. Pieces are trying to last to observe them, they couldn't absorb them, they didn't deserve them. My ideas are old, from the earliest years, my opponents it might take years. Choose the words of swords, let us put together from a key to
More importantly,
Wow, this
the
is
Lotus
fun.
Sunbeam saw racing success too. In 1980, Henri Toivonen won the 29th Lombard RAC Rally in his Sunbeam.
speak, just see,
Butchered that turn.
repeat the technique. When they sweat the technique.
It almost makes
All
me
right.
wonder if Lotus should do more conversion. It's a silly question.
Wow, that
actually.
car was a
Lotus
monster.
Should do more conversions. In fact, I'll call them right now.
You do that. For those of you interested, guys, I play this game with all of the assists turned off. So there's no anti-lock brake, there's no traction control or ABS, whatever, all that stuff. I have manual transmission and I have the clutch turned on. No racing lines or anything. Don't sweat the trees! Please, not the trees. Those hurt. How far am I into this story?
I honestly think these might be some of the most beautiful cars in the world. And the story of how it came about is, well, really British. Get in the car and let's get this segment.
Get out of my dreams. Get into my car.
Jaguar is a bit of a favourite of mine. The company is almost 100 years old and was
Jaguar?
originally founded
Wow.
to build sidecars for motorcycles. But this is the car that really set the bar, I think. The 1961 E-Type. When he saw it, Enzo Ferrari called it the most beautiful car in the world. High praise indeed.
Wow.
He wasn't alone in his admiration. Accolades have followed this car ever since. It's been in movies, comics, games, and TV shows. Unlike some later cars in the marque, it wasn't just looks though. The E-Type was light and fast. It would do 153 miles an hour and stopped on innovative four-wheel brakes that were better than anything Ferrari or Porsche or even Mercedes-Benz had.
Innovative. I've never heard innovative pronounced that way. Innovative.
It was solid too, with a design based on the D-Type that won the 24 Hours of Le Mans 3 years in a row.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Anyone who owns an E-Type will tell you that the key to their reliability
I don't know if
is
I
to
did that
drive
right.
them
Oh well.
regularly, as if you'd need the excuse.
Oh snap. This is dope. This tunnel Zyko. Oh man. You gotta hit out Zykonator?
About
Hey, thanks for swinging by, Zyko.
2,500
Have a
built,
great day.
And they're a common sight at auto shows.
7 a.m. Oh man, good
Surprisingly
morning.
reasonably
Bye bye,
priced.
Zyko.
All in all, an almost perfect Jaguar.
No cops watching. Oh my god, if there were cops in this game. The stress, Medarius.
The E-Type was the successor
Whoa,
to
look at
the
that
Le Mans
grill,
winning
baby.
D-Type. But what would that look like if
That's gonna go
Jaguar
fish.
designed it today? In 2013, Jaguar answered that question with the F-Type Project 7, a spiritual successor to the E-Type, and designed from the ground up to be the purest, most enjoyable Jaguar yet.
All right.
The car's heritage is proudly displayed in the gorgeous D-Type curves and the distinctive aero hunch behind the driving position. But like the E-Type, it's not just a pretty face.
Oh, the sound change when I'm in the tunnel. I love it. Ouch. That was an expensive collision.
Powered by a 5-litre V8 supercharged engine. With a fully aluminium body, it's
Aluminium.
blisteringly fast. With
Aluminium.
a 0 to 60 speed of 3.8
Aluminum.
seconds. And
Aluminum.
a top speed of 186
Aluminium.
miles an hour. A car as beautiful as this must surely have been a carefully authored design. Actually, it started as a sketch by designer Cesar Pieri, thrown together one Friday in his free time.
Oh, talented people.
Jaguar's design director, Ian Callum, saw the sketch in a thumbnail on Cesar's computer during a meeting and asked him what it was. The rest is history.
Nice. I like learning little stories like that of how things came to be. Awesome.
Project 7s were built, as both a successor to the E-Type and as a celebration of Jaguar's victories at Le Mans.
We're good, we're good. Get wrecked.
I think I speak for all of us when I say, thank heavens for Cesar's Friday afternoon doodle.
Waiting for the IRL race stream and cut joining an underground racing syndicate, and then I stream it. How do I stream it and keep my cover? Won't streaming it blow my cover? I'm trying to think this through, Berg. How do we do it? How do we accomplish this? Yeah, it's trying to shift the days on me, Mitty. This game has such a good soundtrack, guys. Use VPNs to mask your location. What? That's not my IP address. I mean, yes, it is. I want you to think that.
We're almost done, but we've saved the good stuff for last.
Oh.
A spot of rallying in the most British car of them all. Get in, strap in, and let's nail this one.
Mederius and Berg, the masterminds behind this underground Qtopia operation. All right, guys.
There is one car built in Great
You guys are the
Britain
directors.
that is quite fairly considered one of the most influential cars of the century.
Turn left.
It's a surprisingly spacious little city car with a
Wow.
side-mounted engine. It's an icon of popular culture. It's been built on every continent where there's a car factory.
A side-mounted
It's the
engine?
Mini.
The Mini.
The Mini Cooper S was built to be a performance machine with deeper engines, twin carburetors, and front disc brakes. This scrappy little machine would go on to achieve more than 30 racing victories in the 1960s and 1970s. A Mini Cooper S flying number 37
Ooh, this is a fun little
placed
car.
first at the 1964 Monte Carlo Rally. Driven by Paddy Hopkirk and Henry Liddon, this was the last time all British crew would win the event. But not the last time a Mini would. At Monte Carlo in 1966, Minis took the first, second, and third positions. They were all disqualified because they had dimming headlamps. Not because they were winning everything in sight. In 1999, the Car of the Century Award was presented to the most influential car of the 20th century.
Wow, this feels nice.
The Mini came second. It was beaten by the Model T Ford. That's fair, I suppose.
Yo, Batman 148372, welcome, welcome.
Minis would be sold, making it the most popular British car.
That car had a very predictable behavior. It just felt right. Very nice car. Do you drift? Not really, man.
And then
I don't know how to drift well. I want to learn though. I want to learn a lot of stunts. Like
of the Mini, breathing
be
new
like a
life
stunt driver
into
would
the
be fun.
iconic mark. If the Mini of the 1960s had its sights set on the roads of Monte Carlo, the X-Raid Countryman has its eyes on something a little tougher. The deserts and rough terrain of the Dakar, for starters. A wit once said that the only thing Mini in this monster was the pedal. That's rather missing the point, I think.
You looking for a drifting stream you can teach me? That might be interesting, man. Right now, the focus of today's stream is going to be finishing the story mode. But I do have interest in learning drifting at some point. and probably sooner than later. So depending on how patient you are, I wouldn't mind hitting you up again at some point to learn.
When Mini's X-Ray division set out to build this thing, they
Wow.
had one goal.
Oh, I'm on the
in
wrong
mind:
road.
winning the Dakar. And they did, every year, from 2012 to 2015.
Oh my god, there's like no visibility, dude.
In 400 yards, turn right.
Oh,
It's designed to be driven for 2 weeks.
hard to tell where the
over
road is on this
deserts and
track.
downlands, 5 kilometers
far
above sea
more
level.
wilderness.
And it still handles like a hot hatch on a nice bit of dry air. Owners come and go.
They're pretty lenient with that one, I
The
guess.
heritage of a car like the Mini is more than who owns the keys to the shop. I fully expect to see Mini's wings flying for another century.
Oh, sounds good, Batman. I think your patience will pay off, man, because I am interested. But I'm really feeling the story. I'm having a lot of fun learning about cars and car history. And just getting a test drive all the cars while you're learning, it's quite a treat. This game takes you on quite a ride. It's a really cool game, man. Next chapter.
This is quite the story. Bentley at Le Mans in the 1930s. Gentleman racers, heroic driving, and a personal hero of mine. Take good care of the cars, though. Both of them are mine.
Oh, her cars now. Okay. You're a drift nut, and that's why you own. You have a love for racing.
A company
Love for
founded
cars.
in
Nice, man. Me
1919
too.
in
Me too.
Cricklewood, North London.
I think I
And
own all the
purchased by
Horizons also,
Rolls-Royce in the 30s.
but I own them more
A
in a
company
casual
synonymous
sense.
with both racing
I take the
and
Forza Motorsport one more
perhaps
seriously,
the
but
best example
I want
know
to take
of
these more
those two
seriously in the
extremes of
future, the
British
Horizon series,
engineering.
because of
For
exactly
almost
that
a
stuff,
century,
drifting.
Every Bentley was hand-built to exacting standards. So at
Oh!
the beginning of the 21st century, when Bentley revealed their first mass-produced car, there were a great many questions. That was not bad, but could we make it a little more majestic?
Sure thing.
Bentley, a company founded in 1919 in Cricklewood, North London, and purchased by Rolls-Royce in the 30s. A company synonymous with both racing and luxury.
I feel you, Batman.
Perhaps the best example I know of those two extremes of British engineering. For almost a century, every Bentley was hand-built to exacting standards. So at the beginning of the 21st century, when Bentley revealed their first mass-produced car, there were a great many questions. The car was the Continental GT, an elegant grand tourer that combined a racetrack pedigree with exquisite style and all the power you could need.
Yay.
The move to mass production has done nothing to blunt the Bentley experience. The 2017 Continental Supersport is responsive, fast, and beautifully designed.
Ooh, this car feels nice.
It brings together all-wheel drive, carbon fiber bonnet sides and side skirts to create the most powerful, performance-focused car the company has ever built.
Woo!
never forget, Bentley's pedigree is racing.
Thank you for the
And
follow,
the Bentley Continental
Batman. I
embraces
appreciate it.
that. In 2007, a largely standard Continental Speed GT broke Bugatti's record for the flying kilometre on the
Welcome to
frozen Baltic
Qtopia.
Sea. We'll reset and take that section again.
Oh,
And
I
in
hit him too
2011,
hard, I think.
They broke their own record. 205 miles an hour, both ways, on ice.
Tokyo Drift song
Even when building
request.
these gorgeous Grand Tourers.
We could do that at some
Bentley
point,
is
I think.
driven to
Bergs. Right now, we're
excellence.
listening to the game soundtrack. The game soundtrack is really cool.
Bentley, a company founded in 1919
I think I might have passed that
in Cricklewood,
track
North
if I didn't
London,
run into that
and
car so
purchased
hard.
by Rolls-Royce in the 30s. A company synonymous with both racing and luxury. Perhaps the best example I know of those two extremes of British engineering. For almost a century, every Bentley was hand-built to exacting standards. So at the beginning of the 21st century, when Bentley revealed their first mass-produced car, there were a great many questions. The car was the Continental GT, an elegant grand tourer that combined a racetrack pedigree with exquisite style and all the power you could need. The move to mass production has done nothing to blunt the Bentley experience. The 2017 Continental Supersport is responsive, fast, and beautifully designed.
Ooh, I'm getting better at that part.
It brings together all-wheel drive, carbon fiber bonnet sides and side skirts to create the most powerful, performance-focused car the company has ever built.
Screwed up that turn.
But never forget, Bentley's pedigree is racing, and the Bentley Continental embraces that. In 2007, a largely standard Continental Speed GT broke Bugatti's record for the flying kilometre on the frozen Baltic Sea. And then in 2011, they broke their own record. 205 miles an hour, both ways, on ice. Even when building these gorgeous Grand Tourers, Bentley is driven to excellence.
This track is beautiful.
Today, Bentley
Nice!
means modern, peerless luxury and elegance. But that's far from the full story.
Young Slice says, props for using cockpit view. It's so hard. Hey man, it is so fun. It is hard, but it's so fun. I find it far more immersive because you can
ago,
feel the
Bentley meant
you can
something
feel
else
the
entirely.
shakiness of the
It
suspension and
meant Le
everything.
Mans. In 1930, eccentric race team owner Dorothy
I'm
Paget
using controller.
financed a rather special Bentley at the Le Mans. It was
I own a steering wheel,
4.5
but I'm
litre
lazy to use it.
supercharged masterpiece,
So I love the gamepad out
driven
of
by Sir
convenience.
Henry Bentley Boy Birkin. It posted the fastest time on the day, but it failed to finish.
But yeah, welcome to the stream, Young Slice.
But what a race it
Whoa.
was. Sir Henry's courageous driving forced Rudolf Caracciola's 7-litre Mercedes out of the race at the cost of his own victory. But in doing so, he handed the day to the Bentley Sixes. A gentleman racer indeed. Sir Henry knew he didn't have anything to prove. In 1929, the adventurer Mrs. Mary
We're
Victor
just chilling
Bruce
here.
had already driven the resolutely modern 4.5-litre Bentley at Montlhéry,
How's this thing look?
setting distance, speed, and endurance records.
Nice.
The Bentley's performance so annoyed Ettore Bugatti that he called it the world's fastest lorry.
Downshift. The world's fastest toy? Is that what he said? Toy?
I know you want more time in that car, but we really do need to get this shot today.
How do I do this? It's just like a straight line. Oh man, I could only imagine VR. And then you can look around in the cockpit. You look to your sides, who's passing you. That would be so cool, dude. You can look ahead of your turn a little bit better that way too, man. Did I fail that? I don't know what happened there. I think I failed it.
This is quite the story. Bentley at Le Mans in the 1930s. Gentlemen racers, heroic driving, and a personal hero of mine. Take good care of the cars, though.
Wait a minute.
Both of them are mine.
I did this one already. I don't get what's going on here.
Bentley, a company founded in 1919 in Cricklewood, North London, and purchased by Rolls-Royce in the 30s. A company synonymous with both racing and...
I don't understand why it brought me all the way back here.
Perhaps the
Does anyone know what just happened?
I know of those two extremes of British engineering. For almost a century, every Bentley was hand-built to exacting standards. So at the beginning of the 21st century, when Bentley revealed their first mass-produced car, there were
I'm screwing up now because I'm thinking about what just happened. I passed this one already.
Mass production has done nothing to blunt the Bentley experience. The 2017 Continental Supersport is responsive, fast, and beautifully designed.
Oops.
It brings together all-wheel drive, carbon fiber bonnet sides and side skirts to create the most powerful, performance-focused car the company has ever built. But never forget, Bentley's pedigree is racing, and the Bentley Continental embraces that. In 2007, a largely standard Continental Speed GT broke Bugatti's record for the flying kilometre on the frozen Baltic Sea. And then in 2011, they broke their own record. 205 miles an hour, both ways, on ice. Even when building these gorgeous Grand Tourers,
on ice.
Bentley is driven to excellence. Bentley means modern.
All right, what happened? Let me see
and
where this
elegance.
brings me next.
But that's far from the full story.
I guess there's multiple races per chapter, and I'm thinking it's one race per chapter. I don't know if that's how it works.
A century ago, Bentley meant something else entirely. It meant Le Mans. In 1930, eccentric race team owner Dorothy Paget financed a rather special Bentley at the Le Mans. It was a 4.5-litre supercharged masterpiece, driven by Sir Henry Bentley Boy Birkin. It posted the fastest time on the day, but it failed to finish. But what a race it was. Sir Henry's courageous driving forced Rudolf Caracciolla's 7-litre Mercedes out of the race at the cost of his own victory. But in doing so, he handed the day to the Bentley Sixes, a gentleman racer indeed. Sir Henry knew he didn't have anything to prove. In 1929, the adventurer Mrs. Mary Victor Bruce
I think I was driving in the water last time.
had already driven the resolutely modern 4.5-litre Bentley at Montlhéry, setting distance, speed, and endurance records. Bentley's performance so annoyed Ettore Bugatti that he called it the world's fastest lorry.
The world's fastest what? I don't know that word.
The blower had the last laugh.
Oh, okay.
In 2012, it was sold at auction for over £4 million, which is more than enough to buy a Veyron and a racing truck, if you're keeping score.
Okay, so there are multiple races per chapter sometimes, I think. I didn't realize that. I thought it was one race per chapter. That's why I was getting confused. Like, why am I back here at this other race that I already finished? That makes sense now. Cool. Come on, give me a cool car. Come on. Oh, a yellow turtleneck instead.
Like I told them, can't make a film about car culture around here without you in it, can they? I'll let you know if they need you back.
Okay, I finished it. Alright, I think the next story mode available is like this. I think it's a stunt one. I have a feeling I won't enjoy that one because you're forced to do gimmicks and I just want to race. Like, I don't want to go through a jump and underneath the tunnel and all that stuff. We'll see, we'll see. I'll try not to be a buzzkill. Then this one, La Racer. That's this live streamer girl. That was a kind of cool one. Alright, Stunt Driver is the one I have a feeling I won't like. But let me check if there's any other story mode options before we go into Stunt Driver. What's this? Drift Club? Oh man. That's another thing I don't know how to do. Let me see if there's any pure racing ones left. World's fastest rentals? Okay, that got my attention. Let's do that one. And we will use our trusty grocery getter Enzo.
In 400 yards, turn left.
I like zooming out just so I can admire my Enzo. Such a beautiful car.
Turn left. Yards, turn right.
You're listening to Horizon Base.
Hey, Horizonites! Guess who's got a very special Base Arena booth buddy right now? Vic Dawson, hey buddy?
Hello, Scott. Always nice to see you.
Cool. So tell us about British Racing Green, which is a documentary about motoring history shooting here at the festival, right?
I think you just did that for me.
Okay, sorry. Tell us something else then. What happened to the first episode, and who's this other driver that you have filming with you?
Oh, this driver was incredible. Actually, I don't want to give away too many spoilers. I think people should
That's
just
me.
watch the series when it comes out.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You want to take your buddy Scott to the premiere screening, maybe?
I'll think about it, Scott.
Oh, yes, it's a date. Oh, watch out for that one, Horizon. And check out this next track.
Woo. That was fun. Good save. It's like avoid the trees, avoid the trees. Please.
Roundabout, take the second exit.
This game is so fun, man. Holy crap. So fun.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. At the roundabout, take the second exit. In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left. In 200 yards, turn left. Turn left. In 100 yards,
There, I tried to
turn
drift.
right.
Not good at drifting at all.
You have arrived at your destination.
Now, I know that this investment might look like a lot, but it's worth it. Trust me.
Oh, we gotta buy a
Every
car.
business you buy will give you a daily payout of their earnings, so there's a nice incentive for you. This is the perfect location, yeah? It's gonna make us a mint. I've got a waiting list of clients already, but I think we should try out all the cars first. Don't you agree?
Buy a business? What?
Good decision.
Monopoly,
good
baby.
decision. You and me, we're gonna show everyone what world's fastest really means.
World's fastest rentals. Oh man, I love the Ferrari Enzo. My favorite car for sure. Ever. It's beautiful.
What do you think?
Oh my god.
So,
Stealth
we've got
bomber.
the premises, I've got the contacts, and you've got a few minutes to kill before our first client arrives. 2013 Lamborghini Veneno. Take the keys and show Horizon what it can do. I want them all talking about us. I want the punters to know that when we say world's fastest, we mean it.
Oh my god.
Just a quick run out to Glen Rannoch. Oh, and our first client's on the way, remember? Better step on it.
In 400 yards, turn right.
Oh my
Turn around
god.
when it is safe to do so.
Oh, I'm not even paying attention. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. I want the fast one. Night driving, baby, freaky.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. At the roundabout, take the first exit.
I'm not paying attention. Oh no! I thought I was gonna trade paint. Did a little bit more than trade paint there. Ouch.
In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination.
Nice work. I'll have it picked up and toweled off. And you better vanish before the client sees you. Call me when you're ready for the next one, yeah? I'm thinking something Scandinavian.
Does the in-game weather follow real-life seasons? I'm not sure if it's its own world, if its own timer in its own world, or if it follows the actual real Earth seasons, real-life Earth. I don't know, man. That's a good question. Right now, it's making sense. And you know, adding on to that question, I have my own question of, if I were to play this story mode at a different season, will I be playing it in, you know, fall versus... Would I be playing it in fall versus, you know, spring or summer? So everyone's story mode experience will be different based on when they played it. That's really crazy. It's cool.
Unbelievable drive last time. My phone won't stop ringing. This one's going to be even better. Just one thing. Did you bring sunglasses? Never mind, never mind.
I know, right, Med?
Koenigsegg 1-1. 1 horsepower for every kilo it weighs. Only the Swedish could come up with something so simple and so completely wild.
1 horsepower per kilo it weighs.
Head for Bamborough Castle. There's a nice straight down there where you can really open it up.
Okay. On track.
Donuts in an Acura in slow motion, cause life is cooler than you thought it was. Doors open, both hands up.
Oh, and the client's coming in early, so sorry about the glare.
Words and sample work, they make nerds till something is guaranteed stressed out with a dog. Read your vibe, but really I'm throwing TV at you crazy. Say Pete, you crazy. Then they get that I said the word. Then I explained that I was quoting a rap guy, and that's how
Baby, I can't keep this under control. I think I'm getting a little tired. I might be cut off, guys. I've had too many to drink. Just kidding. Oh, man. Alright, I'll give this one more try. One more try and then we'll probably call it right there. I can feel the fatigue coming in.
You just drove the world's first.
Whoa! I thought I'd
megacar.
fail. I thought I was gonna fail that. Wow. They're super
Check back
lenient
with me
on that.
soon. I think I might get a Ferrari here.
How in the world did I get 3 stars? I thought I was gonna fail it. I don't understand at all what just happened there, guys. That made no sense to me. I thought I was gonna fail and I got the highest possible star rating. Alright, moving on. I have no idea what happened there. You're underestimating the Cutlass supremacy. Oh my god. Apparently, man.
Supreme like a cutlass.
Alright. Let's test the fatigue. We'll move one more and see what happens. What's the takeaway there? Race while you're tired. You do better. No.
Remember I said I'd get Ferrari in? I thought you could duck out for a drive in the country, you know? See how fast it goes. And it's a 2014 FXXK, so probably pretty fast.
Wow.
Light it up.
Light
This
it
thing
up.
accelerates like you won't believe.
In 100 yards, turn right.
Oh yeah, I don't think I have the wits to control this right now. Oh crap, yeah.
I can reschedule the client.
You weren't
Don't
fast
worry.
enough.
They owe me.
Okay, this is probably it right here, guys. This is gonna nail in the coffin for me. Look at those exhausts. Oh my god, that exhaust.
Light it up. This thing accelerates like you won't believe.
Turn right.
Come on. We want to show them the Horizon line
Dude,
is
this
out of
car is
control,
just
not
no
out of control.
joke.
Light it up.
We want to
This
show
thing
that this car is
accelerates like
out of
you won't
control,
believe.
not out of control.
100
Nice.
yards, turn right.
This is scary, man. Oh, I went the wrong way!
Recalculating route. In 400 yards, turn right.
Hey, I know you're excited, but keep it
yeah.
on brand,
Alright.
yeah?
One
Let's run it
more
again.
try. One more try. That hashtag. Hashtag one more try. And then, yeah. Made it with the 240 fast, man.
Light it up. This thing accelerates like you won't believe.
Turn right.
Crap. Okay, now we're going the right way. So Fez is the currency in Qtopia. It's like it's essentially loyalty points. So the more you hang out on the channel, the more it accrues. And then if you want to spend your Fez, you can type in ! gift shop, and that will show you. That's pretty much the Fez store. So right now my main offering is to be able to ring the different sound effects, like the pipe horns and stuff like that.
There it
Oh my
is.
god, we got it!
Knew you could do it. Now relax, breathe, and call me when you're ready for the next client.
Whew. Yeah, man. I'm gonna give you some fez just for being here all night with me, Med. I appreciate you, so I'm gonna grant you 200 fez. So if you check your balance again, if you type in fez, let's make sure that that command I did worked, but the transaction was successful. Hello, Paxi! I am just calling it right there, guys. Oh, it didn't work. Medius underscore. Oh, I didn't type in the number of fez I wanted to give you. I'm an idiot. How's Paxi doing today? I'm here. All right, try again, Medi, if you will. Let me launch my credits, guys. Oh my God, Paxi! Seeing me off with the sub. Appreciate it. Pax, you're almost at a year, baby. 11 months. Thank you so much, Pax. Much love to you, my bro. And last night was amazing, baby. Hanging out with you. Hanging out with my boy. So intimate. Oh, let me run the credits. My bad, guys. You got it? Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, thanks for hanging out this whole time, Medi. That means a lot, man. Especially with games I don't typically stream. Oh, and you're here too, Berg? Man, Berg. I'm gonna give Berg. I gave him 50 already, too. Let's give him one. Ah! Check your fez, Berg. I want to make sure I type that in right. Thanks for the lurk, Berg, man. Lurk, Berg. Hey, man, for all my moderators hanging out, Utopia, Nightbot, you're my favorite droids, man. My newer followers, Batman, MPS Blaine, thank you guys. And the subs and resubs, Holy Ham and Paxi. Thank you guys, I love you guys, man. I'm gonna find someone to host. If anyone has any recommendations, let me know. I'm all ears. While I'm waiting to hear back from you guys, I'll also see if there's anyone I might see here in my list. Do I still look high? Ooh, Sneaky's playing Apex. That's the game Flying Hawaiian wants to play with me. Oh, but Official Chowda is playing official. Hey, Paxi. These are these guys I was talking about. They say they kind of reminded me of you. Just the kind of over the top humor that they are, like over the top, like almost like lewd humor that they use. Reminds me of you. So I'm gonna send you guys over to them. I like these guys. They're fun. They play a lot of horror games, man. So Raid Official. If you guys can come with me and say hello to these guys, I'd appreciate it, man. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys, and I will be back tomorrow with some more random variety streams. With that, guys, take care, and I'll see you over in Official Chowda. They're playing some Silent Hill 3. All right, guys. Peace. 20 fez.
Three and work my way up. You blew yourself up to sea. You have perfect lungs and a deep throat. How's everybody doing out there? You're doing well. Better than Heather. Alrighty, so we got a 9, we got a 5. We got a 7.
What is this?
Good, I'm glad.
A game?
What the fuck is that? Oh. Thank you for the raid, Cutlass.
Hey, Cutlass.
Thank you. So here,
Hey, Maddie.
hey Maddie, how we doing? Welcome to Silent Hill 3.
Where Heather's a bitch and a slut.